Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I have another tips and tricks video for you guys. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can win Tilted Towers and get a lot of kills in Tilted, and kind of some routes to run, and the main ideas, how to win the gunfights in Tilted, and just get a lot of kills in Tilted. In the first gameplay here, I come out of Tilted with 10 kills, which set me up for the rest of the game. Yesterday, I was going off in Tilted. I got multiple 20 kill games coming from Tilted. So if you get a lot of kills in Tilted, you run the right routes, you do the right things, you're going to get a lot of kills during the entire game. And definitely the beginning game, if you want to get a lot of kills, at the end of the game, you have to, set yourself up in the beginning. Tilted Towers is the perfect place to land for, a ton of kills. And, most people land here every single game. There's always a ton of people. I've never came Tilted and nobody come. It's very rare that a lot of people don't come here. Usually you'll have a good 20 people drop here, which is more than enough people to find to get a ton of kills. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can do that. Before we get into the video, if you guys could, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn on my post notifications to get notified every single new video. And alright guys, let's get into the video. Okay, so I'm going to be commentating over my gameplay, and I have 3 gameplay for you guys. The first one that you're watching right now, I dropped 10 kills. Each one of them are 8 to 10 kills each. Really high kill, coming from Tilted. And I would say anywhere higher than 6 kills, 6 to 10 kills in Tilted, is really, really good, and it can set you up for a lot of kill games. If you're getting, the 8 to 10 range, you can be set up, if you're playing squads, you can be set up for, pretty much any amount of kills you want, really. You can be 15 plus, 20 plus, 25 plus, because if you get 10 kills from Tilted, that's huge. That is a ton of kills, and just getting a lot of kills in Tilted isn't the hardest thing to do. And if you keep running the right, if you do the right things, you can do it pretty quickly. And I'm gonna show you guys, things that you can do, to maximize your kills in Tilted. The first thing I would recommend is, picking first of all, you want to get a good landing. You want to pick, somewhere you want to go, right? I would always recommend, Trump Tower, which is the, the middle building, the one in the very middle, because, it's in the very center. You're going to run into the most people there. And if you want to get the most amount of kills, you got to find, the most amount of people. But at the same time, you always want to get a gun, too. So, I guess anywhere you can land, if you're playing squads, you can really land anywhere in Tilted. I would recommend landing somewhere and, kind of sticking to it. I wouldn't, keep switching every single game. But definitely find somewhere you like and then get really used to that area. Know where all the loot is, all the chests, all the ammo crates. Just pick a spot and then master it. Figure out where everything's at, in that one spot. So, so every time you go there, you can loot as fast as possible, because you want to move quickly. If you want to get 10 kills, you can't, stick around too much. You have to keep moving. And a lot of times, when I go for these high kill games, I don't even finish looting my building because I want to go for kills. So I have to move very, very quickly, just enough to get a gun, try to get some shield, but if not, I gotta go and get some kills. So you gotta move very quickly. So I would always pick a spot, because you're going to know exactly where everything's at, and you can loot as fast as you possibly can. My recommendation is I like to, at these buildings here, L's, that's a pretty good landing spot too. Trump Tower. I guess the only place I wouldn't recommend for a ton of kills, anywhere like basketball courts, anywhere kind of in the corner and Tilted, kind of like a passive, it is Tilted, so it's not really passive, but more passive in Tilted, if that makes sense. So anywhere the hot areas, Trump Tower, the one in the very center, any choke points is, places that I would recommend landing to get a ton of kills in Tilted. So as soon as you choose a spot you want to land, the next thing is you want to loot your building as fast as you can, because if you want to get a lot of kills, you can't move slow. You can't spend a whole lot of time in your building. You have to get a few kills, and you have to get out, and you got to move very, very quickly. So grab your loot, grab what you need. And sometimes for me, I don't even loot my whole building. There still might be some chests in there, but as long as I have a few good guns, I'm gonna start pushing, because if you push fast on people, they're not gonna have enough time for them to loot their buildings, and there's gonna be shield in there too, so you don't have to worry about too much about shield. If you move really, really quick, you don't really have to worry about them having shield either. So just trying to move fast is, the most important. So, so if you keep landing at the same spot, you're going to be able to loot it faster, because you know where everything's at. You grab the guns, you know exactly what you want to do, and then push. That is so important that you move quickly. If you want to catch people with no shields and you want to kill them, when they have the lowest amount of health, catch them before they even loot their building. So if you move fast enough and get into the building quickly, 9 times out of 10, they're not even going to have any shield at all, and you're going to be able to get the quick kill because they don't have a whole lot of health. Another important thing to note is when you're playing squads, there's going to be 4 people on a team, right? You know, some people have 3, some people have 2, but let's just say, okay, the average is 4, right? So you're gonna run into 4 people, and that's another reason you want to push quickly, because you want to, it's 10 times easier to win a 1v1 than it is to win a 1v4. So if you push quickly, you know, the way the loot is in Tilted and the amount of people who land here, a lot of people, they don't land in the same building. You know, they might even land on opposite sides of Tilted. So if you move quickly, you're going to have a lot of 1v1 gunfights, and then that's exactly what you want to do to, like, get a lot of kills. And, you know, with the least amount of difficulty, you know, get the most amount of kills, is you want to challenge a lot of people 1v1, you know, 1v2 at most. You know, if you're challenging a 1v4, if you play too slow and you get challenged in a 1v4, you know, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be really, really hard to get the kill, just because there's so many people trying to shoot at you at once. So, you know, just trying to isolate your gunfights, move quickly so you get a lot of 1v1s, and you're going to get a lot more kills in Tilted. Getting a lot of kills in Tilted is essentially the main idea, but when you get a lot of kills, you have to be careful not to be in the open for too long, right? Because, you know, in Tilted, there's so many people there. If you get caught in the open, you know, you're going to get lit up by, like, you know, 2 or 3 teams, right? So, you know, just trying to pick off teams along the edges, or, you know, people trying to push you, is definitely the way to go. You know, I wouldn't go, you know, all out, you know, in the middle of Tilted, trying to rush every single team. No, you don't need to kill every single person in Tilted to get a lot of kills. Like I said, there's gonna be like 20 plus people dropping there every game. So maybe if you could just kill, you know, 6 to 8 of them, you know, you're gonna be set up for the rest of the game. So just playing it smart, you know, is the way to go. You don't want to just go all out, you know, rush in the middle, because you just think you're just gonna get shot from 3 teams, and getting pinched when you're playing, you know, solo versus squads. You know, even if you are playing with your squad and your squad's not by you, you know, if you get run up by, you know, 3 teams, like, you're dead. You know, unless you can, you know, somehow Houdini out of there, but I mean, you're going to be screwed over. So, you don't want to run into the middle. But say if you were to run in the middle, you know, the best thing to do is you have to get the kill as quick as you possibly can. You can't wait too long, because the second you start shooting, you know, someone like me, if I hear shooting near me, you know, I'm going to go for the fight, right? I'm going to go for the kill. So, you know, the second, you know, you start shooting at the guy and you're in the open, you have to kill him quickly before other teams push. So you just have to be really quick about your kills, and you just got to play it smart. And I guess the best thing is, if you're playing, you know, solo versus duos, solo versus squads, or you're not by your squad, you know, try to stay next to buildings, right? Just in case, you know, have a whole squad on you. You know, you can go into the building and you can kind of play it around there. Because, you know, like I said, if you're in the open, you know, beginning of the game, you don't have any mats. You know, you can't do a whole lot if you get shot up. So if you're next to a building or something, you're going to be okay, because you can just go into the building and, you know, heal up. You know, it gives you a few seconds, you know, to recover. And then if they start pushing you extra aggressive, you know, you're going to have an advantage, because you know where they are and they're going to be trying to find you. So stay close to buildings as much as you can, because you never know when someone's going to go bad, or you're going to get shot in the back and you're going to lose, like, all your health, and then you need to get out of there. And if you're in the middle, you're not going to be able to get out, and you're just going to get spammed with ARs until you're out of mats. And it's just not the best idea. So staying close to buildings, you know, playing fast, and just trying to get quick kills. You know, that's all really, really good tips, you know, for getting those high kill Tilted games. Alright, so those are some of my best tips for actually getting the kills in Tilted. You know, follow those tips. Those are really, really good tips for, you know, getting those high kill Tilted games. If you want to go for those high kill games, definitely follow those tips. But next, I want to talk about, you know, what you can do after you get through Tilted, right? So you get all the kills in Tilted, you know, you get your 6 to 10 kills, you know, you're pretty set off, you're doing pretty well. You know, what do you do next? You know, continue to get those high kill, you know, throughout the game, right? So you go through Tilted, you get those kills, and then after, you know, it all depends on the circle, right? You want to look at your map, you want to look at your circle, and you want to try to see where people are going to come from, right? Most of the time, where most people come from, they either come from, you know, Pleasant Park. And, you know, if people are coming from Pleasant, if you get a circle where it's closed in Pleasant and they're going to come to you, you know, check at factories, you know, those factories that they're north, you know, right in front of Tilted. You know, those people are going to probably be around there, the people from Pleasant. And then, you know, another place people come from is Shifty. And if people come from Shifty, a lot of the times they'll come from the mountain right outside Tilted Towers, and they'll rotate in from Shifty. You know, depending on the circle, you might have people from Snobby as well. So people will be coming from west to one of the entrances in Tilted. So a lot of people rotate Tilted too. So as soon as you get, like, all your kills in Tilted, you know, most of the time people are going to already start rotating. You know, the good players are going to start rotating early. So watch out from the mountain. You know, watch out from people being at those factories. You know, people from Pleasant, people from Snobby, people from Shifty. You know, just watch out for the other teams and try to figure out, you know, where do you think people are going to come from, and then go from there. A lot of times I usually go for the Pleasant route. I try to, you know, catch people off from Pleasant. A lot of those people are going to be at the factories or by the RV park. that is a perfect place to do it because there's a hill right above it, so you can just look down on the entire team. And it's a really good route to run. That's what usually I do for a lot of kills. But a lot of times, depending on the circle, I'll also look for the shifty, snobby people trying to come in. So it really depends, just go for one of those three. You kind of have to pick. You kind of have to get lucky, which one they're going to come from. But usually, you try to predict where they're going to come from. And a lot of times, 8 out of 10 times, they're going to come from that direction. And that's how you can get a lot of kills, throughout the game right after tilted. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's going to wrap it up for all my tips. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and make sure to turn on my post notifications to get notified every single new video. And alright guys, I'll see you in the next video.